The notification chimed in the middle of dinner, a sharp little sound that made Zoe jerk. My 13-year-old froze, eyes locked on her phone as tears welled up. Liam, 10, leaned closer. Mom, Zoe whispered, her voice barely holding. Look. What Blake posted. I took the phone and felt my stomach drop. There was her beat-up silver sedan, parked outside my sister Caroline's house in Westbrook Heights. Tall columns, manicured hedges, a glimpse of blue pool water behind the gate. The caption cut deeper than the photo. Poor cousins living free in our mansion. Somebody call a charity. The likes kept ticking up. Laughing emojis flooded in. Someone joked about our hand-me-down clothes. Zoe's face collapsed as she scrolled, silent and shaking. Why would he say that? Liam asked. We were just visiting. I know, I said softly. Zoe wiped at her cheeks. Everyone at school will see this, she said. Blake's friends went to her school. That was the worst part. The audience. I set my fork down. Finish eating. I told them I need to take care of something in my home office. I logged into my bank account. Years of automatic payments stared back at me, all tied to Caroline's address, mortgage, taxes, escrow, insurance. Then the extras, pool service, landscaping, paid on time, every time. My hands were steady when I called the after-hours line. This is Evelyn Harper, I said. Cancel every automatic payment. Connected to 847 Grandview Terrace, everything after tomorrow. There was a pause, keys clicking. May I ask why? The arrangement is over. I hung up and canceled the pool and lawn services one by one. The quiet afterward felt heavy, like the calm after a storm. 18 minutes later, my phone lit up. Evelyn. What did you do? Caroline burst out. My bank just called. They said the mortgage draft was canceled. It was. You can't cancel my mortgage. That's my house. What payment do you make on 847 Grandview? I asked. Silence. Then fix it. She snapped. Come over. I said. Bring Blake. 35 minutes later, her Mercedes tore into my driveway like a challenge. Caroline stormed inside without knocking. Face flushed. Voice already sharp. Blake followed, annoyed. Zoe and Liam were upstairs, safe. Their earlier laughter echoed in my head and kept me grounded. I sat at the dining table with a folder. Sit. I'm not sitting. I opened it anyway, 7 years ago. You called me crying. Grant emptied your accounts and disappeared. The bank was dazed from taking the house. Blake's eyes narrowed. He hadn't heard this before. I slid the mortgage statement across the table. Then the modification agreement. Then my bank transfers, all highlighted in yellow for $1,200 a month, I said. 8 to 4 months. Taxes, insurance, pool, lawn, all me. Caroline's mouth fell open. It was help. Family help, and I gave it, I said quietly. I never told anyone. I let you keep your pride. I turned my phone so they could see the post, the laughing comments, Zoe's name tagged in a reply. And then your son used your mansion to humiliate my kids. Blake went white. I didn't know. You didn't bother to know. I looked at him, delete it, post a public apology. Then text Zoe and Liam, real apologies. He pulled out his phone, fingers shaking. I slid the last page forward. Read this. The deed listed me as a half co-owner. Caroline collapsed into the chair like the ground had given way. Caroline's hands shook as she stared at the deed. Evelyn, please, she said. I can't afford that payment. You can't afford this lie anymore. I replied. Not after Blake used it to hurt my kids. Blake kept his eyes on the table. I deleted it, he said. I posted the apology. Read it. I told him. He did, his voice breaking on the words wrong, disrespectful, ashamed. When he finished, he looked up. Zoe, Liam, I'm sorry. Caroline reached for my hand, like touching me could change the numbers. Give me time. Until the end of the month, I'll figure something out. You've had 7 years, I said. You take over the mortgage next cycle. Or relist the house this week if you want my half, refinance, and buy me out. Those are your options. A soft step sounded on the stairs. Zoe appeared in the doorway, Liam right behind her, drawn by the tension. Blake stood and faced them. I'm sorry, he said again, quieter. I thought I was being funny. I was cruel. You didn't deserve that. Zoe met his eyes. Don't do it again, she said. I won't, he whispered, and for once, he sounded sincere. Caroline's shoulders slumped. She backed away from the table, grabbed her keys, and left without another word. 2 weeks later, a realtor's sign went up on Grandview Terrace. Caroline moved into a smaller place closer to work. On closing day, my share hit my account. And that night I opened to college funds and cooked spaghetti. Like we were celebrating something big. We ate slowly. No one checked a phone. Zoe laughed once, surprised by herself. Liam asked for seconds. I watched them, feeling the weight finally lift. And knew I'd chosen the right kind of ending.